Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of the United States. We're in what is effectively World War III in this map. Um, we just got a war goal against Europe again for well, I guess the first time they attacked us. So, well, anyway, yeah, we just got a war goal. We've got things we can do. We're eliminating a pocket of 12 Russian divisions here. So goodbye, good night, see ya, sayonara. That was nice. That cleaned up a lot of our problems. I'm actually going to redo our front line here, as most of this that's defending is now Kazakhstan units, which is kind of interesting. Like a plot twist thing. So let's redo all these fronts. So let's evaluate the situation. Special operations functioning out of the Urals is going to be what we want. There is no real border here. So we are going to walk up this mountain range with these special operations units. All right. This group of air cavalry here, we're going to maneuver them down to the south here. They're going to hold this pocket. European Command. We're going to redo the front line all the way to our special operations group. And push the initiative to this island. This should leave our southern flank, which is our tertiary armored units, which was like our Canadian resupply, I guess. Like our mechanized and motorized Canadian units, which are doing a lot of good work down here. Yeah, we do not have the IFVs. A lot of these are not promoted. Go ahead. Just upgrade what we can out of this. Give everyone medals. They all get the Medal of Honor for all their work. And some of them get Distinguished Service Crosses for attacking. And then Silver Stars for supply. Alright, so they're going to hold this southern flank. We're going to push an offensive into Turkmenistan, and we're going to meet up with Iran and Afghanistan down south. This is going to be the objective. Oh, that's as far as I can get it. As far as the border goes. Alright, well, let's go for at least meeting up right here. And we're going to enact that plan of action there. Our Marine regiments should be functioning now that I clicked the wrong one. I want an offensive line pushing these air divisions through to these airfields. I want to spearhead all the way here. And SOCOM can act on taking the Urals. European Command can then do their actions for assaulting to the north. And let's regroup. We have a ton of units that are just in reserve, kind of healing up. Air control. We still need Central Russia. We still have provinces we have not taken. Kazakhstan. Yeah, so we're still... Oh, yep. We're still fine. Still doing fine. Looks like the Marines are winning on this eastern front, so that's cool. Looks like our units are advancing up here in the north as well, so that's good. This is a much slower combat. Movement up here in Siberia is just terrible. But we do have infantry and Marines doing whatever needs to be done in these regions. Medal of Honor, Distinguished Service, so Silver Star is next. And then Bronze for Org. Perfect. Make all our divisions even stronger as they get more and more combat experience. Yep, and supply is going to be an issue for them, so let's go ahead and make that even worse. So we want size 6 railroads to this supply hub here and to this front. We're just going to push as much supply increase as we can. That we can support. We do have a missile silo we took. And we've pretty much secured that bridgehead. So let's go ahead and start making the airfields we need to make. All of these islands. And everything there needs to be an airfield so that if we do go to war with China, we will have control. Alright, looks like Europe did a naval invasion, which is nice. That actually is very helpful. As Russian units are completely out of the fight, effectively. Yeah, we're gonna go and get some of this equipment. These are anti-tank, so we're gonna go with Alliant. And looks like we're overall just crushing. They've actually been able to naval invade freely. There's probably no units in this region, so they'll be able to walk through. I think we've probably drawn the bulk of their forces right here. So let's check out our war progress as well. I think we're in this one. So we have eliminated 2.2 million. Kind of casualties have kind of gone more towards Russia's side recently. We have taken more of the war score though, which is what we care about. We want something like 75% if we can get there. But we want to take all these cities for the victory points. And I do have the ability to attack Europe at any given moment. Just looking at their unit counts, though, I really don't want to do that. As they do have forces along our entire border. I would rather see us conclude this war, break out everything, salvage my units, see what I can defend and not, and go from there. And I definitely want to grab the resources as quick as possible in some of the key territory, like around this Black Sea. Because they do have Turkey. So Turkey, the Baltics. Yeah. The Caucasus region is something I could take. I think Ukraine I could also take, so I could get some of the Black Sea in the north. In any case, it's more beneficial the more we take, so I just need to do that. That's all we got to worry about. All right, so we have advanced. We can advance faster. So let's do that. We're going to push for an airfield. And recruitment is here. So let's look at units that we can recruit early. I think these armor divisions are actually almost finished. We're short Ospreys, attack helis, and it's rough. Yeah, I'm gonna train. We're gonna get these special operations units out. Um, so let's go ahead and take all of. Well, that's not what I wanted to have happen. There we go. Um, so come. We're gonna go ahead and move these here. They do need to be their own division. But we are going to throw them into the front line with Russia. And give them their own order. And that is going to be to go for these airfields. Anyone here actually have special operations? There's commando here. So he gets the call. Yes, he does have it. More likely that he will be doing naval invasion, so we'll give him amphibious too. And once they make it over, they can start their assault. I'm not in the business of waiting for planning speed to work. It just gives the enemy more time to get equipment. And right now, we need to take as much ground as we can. Alright, airfields. I think we are out of Central Asia now, so anything I can get up there, I am gonna try and push it. 200 class. They can go here. This will give us assault ability here. We can push that up that far. This, what's left here, can go here. Not available. I need 400. 300 or 400. Airfield. 150. 50s, 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 500. Yep. We're gonna push all this up. And then supplies. Definitely up north. Okay, yeah, that should be clean. As Europe is pushing through, they're gonna wrap that northern flank up completely. We've got 2 full divisions that are doing nothing. Or sorry, armies that are doing nothing. It looks like our overall equipment situation is getting a little better. So that's good. This front is incredibly long. We start to work our way through Uzbekistan. We already pushed down to this section. Go ahead and go for the elimination. No. Bolt that. Then let's free this up. We definitely need one of these to not be running that way and to finish this off. Yeah, we definitely want to get all this done and eliminated so that we don't have a pocket in our back with 2 units stacked in it. Yep, as over half of Kazakhstan has already collapsed. That's good. Like, the push up the Urals is going okay, I guess. Where is the Russian capital? Right here, right to the north. Yeah, we're kind of maintaining. All the stands are in this war. Okay, they did drag everyone into the fight. Yeah, supplies are going to be hugely problematic up north. Let's see here. Get some rail lines all the way to Japan. What we are going to need, though, is definitely a rail line to this southern section here. We're going to want to dock. And we'll just run off that. That's right here. We want all that bumped up. Go ahead and get all that going. Like the elimination of all this Russian territory down south is happening. And the last Russian tank down here is eliminated shortly. All right, cool. So Manchuria is ours. And we're going to attack just everything we can here. Blows, get all of them stacked onto one tile, and just stop the fight. And then I wonder what size rail line we have now. Looking good. Supply points. Definitely want size 6 here. And we'll go ahead and bump this up as well. And that rail line to the shipyard down here. I do want another naval base on this island. We want to make all this maxed here. Alright. Cool. So now our Marines, we're gonna redo this whole front. We're gonna push an offensive into the back end of where Mongolia is. We need to take all this territory in these airfields. We just want to go right here right now. Manchuria, Siberia. Siberia is going to be the bigger issue. This is Magadan. That would be something over here. There. We're almost done with one of the ports. Once we get a port, we'll get some supplies in the area. That'll help. A ton of units. Yeah, Russia saw their chance. They took it. That's for sure. Alright. How's our resupply situation here? Like we get 5 more light infantry. I can actually deploy that division as well. We're gonna go ahead and make a couple Marines again. I think we need 9 more. Technically, so let's go ahead and get what we can. California is where we're gonna deploy them. Paris Island. So we do have backdoor access with Russia now. That's cool. Where is this? There we go, Louisiana. The Louisiana bunch. Where is... we had them in Asia Command. We're gonna throw them in there. You're going to Siberia. You trained in Louisiana, not North Dakota, so you can go fight in... Isn't that accurate? If any soldiers watch this, I feel like that's appropriate, right? Like, that was accurate to a T. Like, you spend your entire training career in the wrong place for whatever happens. That's my understanding of how that works. So you're just always unprepared. All right. Looks like we are kind of losing the initiative down in Uzbekistan and all that, but that's not even Russian units. I really don't see an area other than maybe the Eastern Front where that'll help us doing that backdoor access, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and reveal intel. Should give us a little bit of an attack bonus. To some extent. Maybe help us defend too. Right here. Alright, we have another 2 trillion we can dump into our debt to lower this more. Maybe. We can actually get below into $39 trillion in debt. I'm gonna do it. Just to do it. Alright, the other thing, as we are taking out Siberia here, naval bases along this front. We do have them. They are built. Roads. Pretty terrible. Go ahead and build them. This helps our fuel and supply situation, so I'm gonna get them built. Primary rail line is to there. We do need rail lines there. We don't have anything direct to these forward front lines. So let's go get that built and bump it up. Alright, we'll start getting this built. Yeah, so supply situation as we build these supply hubs in the region will be way better for our units, and they're just not going to have anything and they'll get 8 down. Sentinel 3s. Alright, northern supply hubs. These are the bigger issue for us. This is probably the most important rail line of the game. And this is a level 10 shipyard now. Let's get that built. Panama, get some missile silos. In queue as well. We do have our first level of naval base done in Magadan, or Magadan, however you say that. So supplies should be okay with these units. And then here, I don't want to upgrade anything in case Europe gets control of it. Except I do know we control Serbia, right? So like this is all we have. So everything here we can reinforce. Check forts. Yeah, I want all this as high as we can get upgrades. You know we're getting attacked again. We always get attacked or go to war. So Serbia is just going to be a fortress for us. Coastal forts are up. We've got everything we need there. Not there though. Statewide defense. This gives us higher forts, so let's go ahead and get that built. That's gonna be in queue. Yeah, so we got another encirclement that they made here against us. That's not good. They broke through our line. Yeah, because our... that's why. If we lose units, that's purely why. I could see us losing units just because of that stupidity. The auto progression of the line of contact well beyond. Yeah, so we had our units encircled here and eliminated, it looks like. Whatever was down there. SOCOM. I don't know what got encircled or not, but that looks horrible. It pulled all our units up north. That sucks. We're gonna keep pushing though down south here. Really annoying. Go ahead, get all this correct. We definitely want combined arms. Expert organizer, maybe fine. I don't know. It is what it is. We just need troops in the right spot. On the right front. Yes. Yes. Yeah, we are gonna lose this guy. Of course. But what can you do when idiots are in command of your army? Yeah, so they're gonna push everything into that pocket. Do we have any reserves left? Anywhere? I don't think we really do. Like, we do have these along this front, but I'm just gonna have them push to China. Like, like, let's just have them push that way. I really don't care that we lost those units at this point. Oh no. I have the hood cricket going off. I need to fix that. Alright, well, I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to go find a battery because I have batteries somewhere. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next episode.